Gerone Wright here, everyone, with a 1795 portrait of Sir Isaac Newton. Newton sitting upon a rock. Okay, by William Blake. Okay, I'm going to show you something about this image, people, because any image that I bring up actually references the creation of life and an ancient kept secret, which signifies that there were people like Newton and Davinci who were the forerunners in scientific development in our world and technology in our world, and with mathematics and everything like that there, and in astrology. And I just want to show you that these people actually had a higher power, higher knowledge than that of everybody else, and there were people that knew about this, and it was actually kept from the masses of people. Now I'm going to show you something about this Newton image. First of all, the rock that he is sitting on, people, is signifying the head of a dinosaur. Let me show you. I'm going to put that up there. See the image of a dinosaur there? He's sitting in the mouth of a dinosaur. Okay, there's the scales around the dinosaur's mouth. There's the dinosaur's eye. Take a good look at that right quick before I start into what I'm going to do next. Okay, now I'm going to take that down because you know we only have a few minutes here, and I can never get enough in to say at that time. Now I've given you the dinosaur. The dinosaur is here. Newton is sitting in the dinosaur's mouth. Which is actually encrypted here into the image. Okay, that's the dinosaur. Now, Newton is representing the extension of the reptilian genetics of the dinosaur. Okay, now I want to show you something up here. There's a dark mass right in here. Okay, and from that dark mass there is shown a reptilian genetic being transmitted down, which is here, and it branches off in two ways. There's the snaking of it one, and then the other goes here, this way, right there. Now I'm not going to complete the whole thing there because I'm going to well, I can. Here's the other genetic of it right here, coming around, stringing around in worm form, and one leg of it actually creates man, and the other creates woman. Man. Here's man right here in the image of ape. Right there. Okay. There's the mouth. There's the snout of the ape right there. There's the nostrils of the ape. And it shows you those genetics. Woman being created. Now I wonder if I can get this woman. Okay. She is right here in the form of the mother of creation. And it shows you a different bloodline that's actually created to create woman. There she is in her witch-like looking form. I wonder if you can see that. Then it shows you her mutating down. Here's another image of where her likeness just kept going down and down and down. And finally, her image is down here. You can see her again with her witch-like appearance right there, showing you that she's morphing down and how we actually came to be there, to eventually going out into here. Now I'm going to show you something else about this dinosaur. There's some other more images, people, that I'm going to show you here. So I'm going to keep it moving. The dinosaur, the genetics of the dinosaur is actually encrypted in the image as well too. There's the dinosaur. There's other things here as well too, but I'm going to keep it going with other stuff there. Okay, this is showing the genetics of the dinosaur. These are two sacs, two nut sacs, are testicles, showing you being white, that of the dinosaur, showing you that the genetics of the dinosaur is actually what contributed to the founding genetics, reptilian genetics actually calls for the creation of man. This is why you have the image of Newton sitting in the dinosaur's mouth. This cloth here represents the semen of the dinosaur from his from his nut sacs. I like to call them nuts. All right, from his testicles. All right. This is his genetics. Newton is showing you, measuring out where his genetics, how the dinosaur genetics are actually being phased out into the evolutionary creation of man, and where they're actually going. People, this is what this is all about. Now I'm going to bring up another image of the ape. Everything in the image is always verified. Okay. Now there's another image. There's my ape over here again drawn. I don't have the mother of creation there, but there's the image of the ape there. Okay, and the eye, all the facial features. Then there's a little smaller image of a person there. Okay, shows you, and there's the cranial of the ape there. Okay, now where we at here? Oh, over here, even in the shadows, when you find these images, it shows you how they start from one end, run through run through humans, and then it shows you the shadowy figures, how it's actually being stretched on, meaning that this is being rolled out. It's showing you the genetics that's being passed on through right here, showing you how these beings evolved into our world, which I actually know as well too, through humans, and it shows you how that keeps on going. And it doesn't show you, this is why this roll is roll up here. It's showing you that it's continuing, and it's continuing actually today. So everything that I can see in here, which I'm telling you that this whole thing is loaded in here where this dinosaur is at. Okay, this image of this dinosaur is shown here in the shadows, and it's showing you the genetics that's actually being passed on there. Now, there's something else that I want to show you. And it's the entire image is always verified. Now, I'm going to take you to an image of Newton's head. I want to call your attention to looking at Newton's head. I might have to actually put on some more light here so you can actually see. In Newton's head, what is in here is actually verified in Newton's head. Here in the front of Newton's head, you'll find a small miniature image of an ape. And through that ape, out of that ape's mouth, you'll see a worm-like creature going and showing you that through the body of Newton, through his genetics, these genetics are actually going on. People, this manipulation process is what's going on. These people knew, and what happened is they are preserving and furthering the genetics of mankind. And it's no more different than what actually Adolf Hitler was doing with building a superior race. They're taking ancient genetics. I would say that they're oh gosh, what's a good term for this? Bettering them. They are actually calling themselves bettering an ancient genetic, manipulating them, and actually recycling other genetics back into, like in the cyclination process, that actually is going to make, I guess, call for a better human race, if that's what you want to call it. Okay, poor choice of words, I know that, but I'm not a scientist, but I do know what I'm saying in so much of what's going on, and I have the evidence. Okay, now here, image of an ape, worm coming out the ape. On the back of Newton's head, you'll see another image of an ape there. Now, I'm coming in from an angle I really can't see, but there's another image of the ape there, and you see the mother of creation. Then you will see a string coming off of Newton's head showing you that these genetics, what they're doing, and they're in Newton, and then showing you that they're going out. So what is all here is always verified, either in the hair or somewhere else in the darkened matter here, or somewhere else in the image. Everything is verified because there's no mistakes allowed with transferring and the manipulation of these ancient genetics. And that's what this is all about, people. Now, here's a self-portrait of Newton. There's a self-portrait of Newton right there. I wonder if I can get that centered in right there. Again, the same exact thing. There's a self-portrait of Newton, with him with all of this hair. Even in that image, in this darkened matter over here, now that I'm showing you, if you Google this image, you will see faces. You'll see the lips, okay? And what it shows you is that Newton is a possessor of these ancient genetics, okay? And they show that how they're being fathered and processed through. Even here, you see a witch-like woman over here off to this side. You will see her witch-like nose, you'll see her witch-like eye, and her facial features, and more important, you'll see that her tongue is out, shown touching this part here, which signifies the genetics of Newton, meaning his sperm. This tells you, people, that there is a manipulation of genetics, and it's being furthered. I will even go as far to say that ancient genetics there are ancient genetics being destroyed, meaning those that actually are evolving from out of Africa. They're being destroyed, they're being built upon, and people take it from there. I mean, this is what this is all about, ancient bloodlines, and it's actually true. I can show you through these same images that Jesus' bloodline was actually saved. Okay, I can show you how, where it went, and am I over time here? No, I'm in 10 seconds. Where the biblical figure Jesus' bloodline went, who it went to, and where it is at actually today. That's how serious this stuff is, people. It actually details in detail. There's a blueprint that shows you how all of these manipulations are taking place. There's animals being used as bridges for these ancient genetics through reptile. There's two paths of these genetics. I know what both paths are, where they're coming from, where the origins of them. There's a path of them. I can take you down the path of where they're at and where they're at today, people. You know what I mean? I showed you an image yesterday with from the Lost Book of Nostradamus, where there's actually a pope shown taken in genetics from the horse there, manipulating them through his own body, which shows these reptilian creatures up inside here, shows you how they're being transferred, and this here signifies over here a bloodline, a new bloodline being created from everything that's being taken in through these animals and reptilian sources and mammals. People, you would not believe it if I mean, the evidence is there. You wouldn't want to believe it, but the evidence is already on record. You know what I mean? So there's nothing that I can tell you that is not provable here. You know what I mean? It's just that I'm a poor narrator, so therefore, I mean, me saying it to you is almost like unbelievable because I'm not coming from a scientific standpoint. But what's good about this is that back in the ancient days, they couldn't speak like in these terms, so what they did is they used images. The images tell you exactly what's going on, and that's what makes my discovery so valuable here, because I don't have to really say too much of anything. All of the images show us what's going on. You know what I mean? So therefore, when I'm famous for all of my discoveries, I'll have a narrator explain them for me, and they can go to you and give you the scientific lingo about it all. But what I'm telling you is that it shows you how the ancient dinosaur, okay, the prehistoric dinosaur, which is extinct, is actually the genetics of that beast is in our bloodline today. You know what I mean? That and many others, which I can actually show you. Now, you can take it or you can leave it. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to probably end up taking it because, you know what, you have no other choice, because what I found is true and correct and accurate. Okay, with that, I'm going to leave you. And this is Sir Issac Newton. You know where to catch me at already. I'm not going to put up my little writings there. I guess then and again I do. How much? Well, we got 12 foot. You can catch me here on YouTube on my channel Geronification, or you can Google my name, Gerone Wright, and it'll take you to my alien UFO site and other sites that I've actually had. Now I'm trying to get the word out, people, and get this thing across the globe. I'm giving you some good information here, people, and it's all verifiable. All you have to do is just Google the image and go from there. Now, how in the world would I be able to take down the artwork of Davinci? Now I'm here doing Sir Issac Newton. I gave you Rembrandt. I have almost 23 something odd videos here on YouTube, people, that you can actually see. Okay, I'm going to take this down. How can I do this, people? How can I do this? How can I draw these images if they're not there? You know what I mean? This stuff is for real. Look at that. You know what I mean? And now that I'm telling you, you can actually see it. Look how these rocks actually have faces now. You know? Look how these rocks actually have faces now. Now I'm going to show you something else. Let's see if I can actually do it. I can see it. See it backwards there. Where's her chin at? I can't actually get it there now. I'm looking backwards. It's there. It's right here, I guess. Well, anyway, I see it there. I'm going to draw it after the fact, you know. But there's a woman's face here on the back of the... If you see that Newton is here, her face is here. That would be her chin. Okay, I'm coming up her chin. That's her mouth. Come on up. Okay, her eye. There's a witch-like image there, backed with the image of the dinosaur, which actually shows you that's the mother of creation, back with the dinosaur. Here's the dinosaur's face here, right there. Newton's ass is in the dinosaur's mouth there, of course. And look, man being created. And then there's the image, the witch-like woman of the mother of creation. There's her chin right there. There's her witch-like mouth. Okay, and her eyes actually back with that. And then you have the image of the ape right here. right there in her mouth as well. I mean, right there in the image as well too. The ape is right there, people. I don't want to actually. I wish I could actually draw her, but I'm gonna quit because this is 15 seconds now. I mean 15 minutes. I'm gonna stop.